Hello, hello, hello. My name is Tim Cleaver. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at something that I've been wanting to look at for a long time. So I've been playing guitar for a long time. I've been playing music for a long time. I've been playing guitar for at least 25 years, more than 25 years. I've been playing music for most of my life, probably 35 years plus. And yeah, I've of course heard this topic come up many times in music conversation and lesson and educational avenues, but I've never seen an instructional video for the guitar on how to play this scale. And this particular scale is called the chromatic scale. So I'm going to read the definition of the chromatic scale directly from Wikipedia. The chromatic scale, or 12-note, 12-tone scale, is a set of 12 pitches, more completely, pitch classes used in tonal music. Tonal music, not total music. With notes separated by the interval of a semitone. So yeah, each new fret on the guitar is a semitone, and each subsequent key on a piano is a semitone. Chromatic instruments, such as the piano, are made to produce the chromatic scale, while other instruments capable of continuously variable pitch, such as the trombone and violin, can also produce microtones, or notes between those available on a piano. So you play between the notes. Most music uses subsets of the chromatic scale, such as diatonic scales. While the chromatic scale is fundamental in Western music theory, it is seldom directly used in its entirety in musical compositions or improvisations. Yes. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. So what I want to do in this video is just kind of show you what I kind of discovered on my own, how to exactly play the chromatic scale on the guitar. And I'll break it down. I'll show you exactly how to play it. I'll probably include tabs as well. And I'll break it down, and I'll show how it could sound over top of different root notes while keeping the same key scale. Yeah, so because it's a chromatic scale, it contains every note, every semitone in the Western music scale. There's 12 tones. Let's start from A, beginning of the alphabet. Let's go A. There's A sharp or B flat, B natural, C sharp or D flat, D sharp or E flat, E, F sharp or G flat, G sharp or A flat, and A. So we're back to A again. But for the purpose of this lesson, we're going to start on C. It doesn't really matter where you start though, because it's like it's all notes. I guess it really only matters if you start lower on the guitar neck. Then it would be a bit easier to play. But I'm going to show you a real easy way to play it. Let's start on the C. So it's basically 4 frets per string. And I'm sure all of us know, or a lot of us know, like the warm-up exercise, like where you play like 1 fret per finger on the strings, like it's kind of like that, same principle, but there's some movement involved. There's some aerobics and cardio. Yeah, so let's start on the C note on the low E string. So that's the 8th fret on the low E string. So yeah, what you're doing is basically playing 4 frets in a row, using 1 finger for each fret. So you're going first finger on the 8th fret, second finger on the 9th fret, third finger on the 10th fret, and 4th finger on the 11th fret. That's the first 4 notes. Then what you're doing for the next A string is just basically just moving down 1 fret. And that's 7th fret, 8th fret, 9th fret, 10th fret. Same fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, you got it. For the D string, we move down 1 fret even further. And then to the G string, again, 1 fret down. Now here's where it gets the pattern breaks, because the interval between the G string and the B string is less than the other intervals between the strings. Like it's a major third between the G and the B, as opposed to, say, the D and the G, which is a major fourth. It's one less semitone. So because of there's one less semitone, we don't have to move down that one semitone. So we stay on the same fret. So let's start at the beginning again on the low E string. So we're staying on the 5th fret for the B string. And then the jump from the B string to the high E string again is you move down 1 fret. And you'll notice we end on the 7th fret on the high E string, which is a B note. And if you've been paying attention, which I hope you have been, the B is 1 semitone away from the C. The 8th fret on the high E string. So all we do is move up 1 fret to the high E string. And we start the whole process again, but we go backwards. So instead of, say, 5, 6, 7, 8, we go 8, 7, 6, 5. And then we just keep moving up 1 fret because we're descending now again. So on the B string, it's 9, 8, 7, 6. And again, we don't move 1 fret further between the B and the G string. So again, on the G string, it's the 9th fret, 9, 8, 7, 6. And now again, we move 1 fret higher on the D string, 10, 9, 8, 7. And on the A string, 11, 10, 9, 8. And on the low E string, 12, 11, 10, 9. And then we end on the C note, the 8th fret on the low E. So I'll play it again. I'll play it all the way through with no talking. I'll play it slower so you can kind of hear the notes and not have to like slow down the video. That's a C chord. And of course you can move it anywhere on the neck if you want. Say you want to play an A chromatic scale. So just move it down to the A note on the low E string, start on the 5th fret. And that's it. So yeah, it's kind of like if you were to like draw it out, it would kind of look like a staircase maybe. Oh, I frigged up there. That's it. That's it. And yeah, you could go as high as you want or low as you want. I guess if you start on the low F, for example, then you would just kind of adjust the pattern a little bit, so you can't play like negative frets on certain strings. So I guess you would go like, and just keep this pattern going here. Oh, I fucked up again. There we go. I think I added one extra string, but that's okay. That's okay. So how you could use this in your music, it's just a way to kind of connect licks and scales and melodies together, because it's hard to make like a straight chromatic scale sound musical, unless you're Dream Theater, of course. But I want to demonstrate how you could take, say, for example, the A minor blues scale or the pentatonic scale, just like. So let's just fill in the blanks. Let's just fill in the notes that we haven't played in the blues scale, but we will play in the chromatic scale. So we're kind of combining the blues scale with the chromatic scale. Just an idea. How you could use that in your own music, just to add a little spice, and not sound so kind of cliche and maybe just add a bit more color to your playing, I guess. So now what I want to do is I want to demonstrate how let's say the C chromatic scale could sound over different root note drones. So they're all going to sound a little bit different, like tone-wise and vibe-wise. But it's just a demonstration, I guess, on how it could alter the sound depending on what key you play in. So this would be the C chromatic scale over a C note drone. So it's going to sound very, I guess, tonic and like firmly planted in the ground. Now I'll play the C chromatic scale over a D note drone. Now I'll play it over an A note drone. Now I'll play it over an A flat note drone. And lastly, I'll play it over an F note drone. Yeah, so as you can hear, they all sound different and just have a different feel and vibe, even though I'm still playing this exact same scale. And yeah, like I said earlier, the beauty of the scale is that it's universal. You can move it as high on the neck as you want. You can move it as low on the neck as you want. You can play it on bass. And although the bass only has like the bottom 4 strings, it's the same principle. Just like you would cut out the high B and E strings. There, I just pretended my guitar was a bass. Yeah, so that about wraps it up. If you have any feedback or comments, I would love to hear them. So please let me know in the comments below. I like doing these videos. I enjoy it. It's fun. And if you have any other suggestions, yeah, please let me know. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Peace.